My Uncle Ron committed suicide when he was 52. It's had a lasting impact on me and my family, especially his two children, my cousins, who were in middle school and high school at the time. You are not alone.
I have a friend whose son recently took his life. He's 20 years old. The family continues to struggle with so many unanswered questions, but I continue to be a support and will always be there. You are not alone.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Ennis, and this is my story. Almost 2 years ago, my son came home from school one day saying, "Mom, Ben's dad died yesterday." Ben is one of my son's good friends, and at first I didn't know what to think, until another parent called me and told me that his son had come home saying the same thing. After some additional phone calls, we learned that the news was unfortunately true. Ben's dad had gone to a park in town the day before with a handgun and committed suicide. He had two sons at the time who were in 4th and 2nd grade. He was his and my son's basketball coach. He attended nearly all of his son's soccer games and other sporting events. He and his family regularly skied together in the winter and went on other family outings and vacations. He was a family man. While he was somewhat quiet, he was always friendly and conversational and greeted you with a smile and a quick wit. Never in a million years would I have expected him to take his own life. He left behind a wife who loved him dearly and two very young boys, all of whom will likely struggle for the rest of their lives to come to terms with his death. He was hurting. Even his wife did not at the time grasp or have any indication of the depth of his pain. Please, when you're hurting, find someone you can talk to. A friend, a family member, a staff member, a coach, anyone. There are always people who love you, people who care, and people who want to help you through whatever it is that's causing you to struggle. And if you're on the receiving end and someone comes to you who is struggling, listen, take it very seriously. Find someone who can help immediately. You are not alone.
I had a family member who I knew was in a ton of pain. And one day she was here, the next day she wasn't, and I never got to say goodbye. And I wish I had done more.
My brother Donald Andrew Rappaport took his own life when he was only 37 in the year 2000. You are never alone. Remember, you are not alone.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Butcherman, and my Aunt Robin was my favorite aunt. In her 50s, took her own life. She had 2 adult sons. She had at the time just a granddaughter, but now she has extra grandkids. And it's been over 10 years, and it still makes me sad to think about how much she has missed out on by not being here to see her kids and her grandkids. You are not alone.
My name is Mrs. Freese. My uncle Stephen committed suicide 12 years ago. He struggled with addiction and depression for most of his life. He was sober for over 20 years and relapsed. When he relapsed, he picked up right where he left off, felt hopeless, like there was no reason to live, and ended his life. I just want you to know that if you are having similar feelings, that there is always somebody you can reach out to and that you are not alone.